Hello all, and thank you for tuning in to Baking with Miss Meow. Today we're on day 7 of the 30-day baking challenge, and we'll be making a giant cinnamon roll. So I'm pretty excited. I haven't made this recipe before, as all of these recipes, but I have never made a giant cinnamon roll. So we'll see how big it actually is. What does a giant cinnamon roll look like? I'm excited to see, so stay tuned. Here are the ingredients we need for today's video. We have pure cane sugar, all-purpose flour, sea salt, butter, heavy whipping cream, an egg, and active dry yeast. First, you take half a cup of water and a half a cup of cream, mix it together, and then you add the packet of yeast until it starts bubbling. But you need the water and the cream to be warm. It says 110 to 115 degrees. Not really sure. Mix this together. All right, let's see how warm it is. This part takes a little bit. Okay, so it's about 80 degrees. I'm gonna put it in the microwave, warm it up a little bit. I got it to the right temperature. Now I'm gonna stir in the yeast. Make sure you get all of it. Just kind of get it in there real good. It's kind of clumping, so a whisk might be a better idea for this, so it doesn't get all chunky. I'm gonna do that. See if that makes a difference. I'm sure it will. Get it good and mixed up. Yeah. So I use a whisk on that part to get it pretty good. And it says let it sit until the mixture gets foamy. Now that I've waited for about 10 minutes, the yeast mixture has bubbled. They want you to put in and mix together the sugar and salt. Combine that. Then we're going to add the 3 cups of flour. There's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to mix that, and then I want you to also add yeast mixture, butter, that's already been melted, and the egg that's been beaten. So it says combine. Then after you do that, well, you stir until it gets wet, and then add enough flour to make a soft dough. You should have about 1 cup left of flour, and it says use enough just to make it a soft dough. So I think you just kind of knead it and see if it makes it a dough, and if it doesn't, add a little bit more and kind of just go until it's doughy. Now we are going to be working on a lightly floured surface. You take your ball of dough and you're going to knead it until it's smooth and elastic, and that should take about 3 to 4 minutes. Now that I got the ball of dough all good, it says put it in a lightly greased bowl. I use the butter pan when I'm baking because extra butter taste is great. So you turn it once so the top part gets greased, and then what you're going to do is you're going to put it in a warm spot for about half an hour so it can rise. Now it says to punch down the dough. So I'm assuming it means go like that and not literally start punching the dough. And it also says turn it on a lightly floured surface. And you're going to roll it into a large rectangle, 15 by 12. And I can't find my rolling pin, so I'm just going to push it down with my hands. It takes a while, but still the same effect. After you spread the dough, I want you to spread the softened butter all over. So it should be soft enough to just use a spoon. Kind of just go all over it. And then you're going to take your cinnamon and sugar mixture and sprinkle it on top. After you get the dough covered in sugar and cinnamon and butter, it wants you to cut with a pizza cutter the strips into 2-inch pieces. I probably made this too small, but that's okay. If you want it to be more exact, you can totally get a measuring tape and do it that way if you need to. When you get it all when you get it all cut up, you roll up one of the pieces and you're going to stick that piece in the middle of the pie pan. And they want you to have it pre-greased. So again, I used the butter pan. So I get this all rolled up like this. Beautiful, beautiful. Put it right in the middle. Then you take a piece and you just kind of attach it and go around and wrap it around. And you do that with all the pieces until it's a big cinnamon roll. After you get that all rolled up, you take a piece of greased tin foil and you're going to cover the roll and let that rise for about 1 hour. While you're waiting for the cinnamon roll to be done, you do your cup of sugar and 2 tablespoons of water. And stir until it starts to boil. And then you're going to stir it until it turns a light amber color and take it off the heat. It's been boiling for maybe a minute or two. And I'm going to add the butter. It says stir vigorously and remove from heat. I'm stirring vigorously. Then I'm going to add cream and salt. I spilled some, so I'm gonna get that. There we go. Okay. Stir vigorously. Now I'm gonna put it in the oven for between 30 and 40 minutes until it's golden brown. If about between 20 and 30 minutes it starts getting too brown on top, you put the piece of foil back on and finish the baking process. This is what it should look like after it's cooled for a couple minutes. I'm going to take 3/4 cups and drizzle it all over. So that was 1/4, 2/4, and 3/4. And then what you do is you serve, as you serve the cinnamon roll, you put the remainder on top. And that's it. I just got done baking the giant cinnamon roll and tried it out, and it's pretty good. I think I probably should have baked it a little bit longer. It kind of tasted underdone, but the overall flavor was really good. The texture that was done, it was pretty good. I really enjoyed the frosting. All in all, pretty good cinnamon roll. I'm not sure if I would make it again just because of how big it is. It might be harder to get that bake that you're trying to get on it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for following along if you're doing that. All right, tune in tomorrow for our next day for the baking challenge. Thanks for watching.